Let's see. Morning, Josie. All right. Oh, yay. Watch is cooperating today. Here we go. All right. Good morning. So here's what my thoughts for the day are. I was having a conversation, trying to be where I can see everybody. Sorry. I don't like when I can't see everybody. I was having a conversation about transactional versus transformational practices, relationships. Are you guys familiar with that concept? It's sort of a concept that's out there, and so it's this idea that in a because we live in such a sort of consumer-driven, immediate satisfaction, on-demand culture, which is literally like, I need this and I can have it right now, like whether it's, the shirt you're ordering from Amazon or your on-demand TV. Is there even like network television anymore? Remember when you had to wait a week to see the next episode? You guys probably don't remember, but like, right? It's like not even a thing, so any of those things, our whole culture is really wrapped around like this sort of immediate satisfaction thing, which is not inherently negative. There are definitely positives in that. There's definitely ways that serves us and helps us, and then there's ways that it doesn't. And what happens when we are so ingrained in that sort of culture is that we then expect everything to be like that. And nature is not like that. Relationships are not like that. Spirituality is not like that. It's not, transactional being, I'm going to put this energy in and then I'm going to have this effect, and sometimes that happens, great. And sometimes it doesn't, also fine. But but often when we're ingrained in that sort of immediate satisfaction, if we are not getting that outcome immediately that we've expected, then we're like, whoop, got to move on. This thing isn't working for me, not working, we don't have the patience anymore to sort of let things unfold and evolve. Transactional is much more based on the what, like the what of the moment, the immediate what or how it's happening, whereas transformational is based more on the why. Why are we doing this? And that's really what it comes down to, and we just know from experience, I'm sure all of you know, and I know from experience, that it's not just this sort of end sum game where I'm going to put this thing in and I'm going to get that thing. I'm going to do 100 crunches and I'm going to have a flat belly. It doesn't work. You're going to have a stronger core. Your back's going to hurt less if you keep doing it. And maybe your belly will be a little flatter, but really maybe it won't also, because your shape is your shape, So like, I'm just sort of using that as an example, but you can apply that to really anything. So if we can shift our awareness, the transformational model says it requires deep faith and a lot of patience. And those are not things that are easy necessarily to come by. They are not immediate satisfaction. And yet, when we are cultivating that, we are building a relationship with ourselves and with your higher power, whatever you call that, whereas you're not what's happening in your life is not based on things being a certain way, outcomes coming out in a way that you want them to. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It doesn't mean that there's a failure. So often I think that in that model of that consumer model, it's like, if you're not getting the thing immediately, it's like, oh, didn't work. I failed at that thing. How many people say to me when I meet people and they say, I teach yoga, I can't do yoga, I tried it. Okay. Like, how many times? Like, if I based my whole success of yoga on the first down dog I ever did, yeah, no, was not super, awesome. It hurts, it's uncomfortable, it's, and then even 25 years in, it hurts sometimes, it's uncomfortable sometimes. It can't be based on that immediate satisfaction model. So, apply to whatever in your life is needing you to shift from transactional to transformative. And let's use the practice today to sort of cultivate the patience and the awareness and the faith that it takes to say, it's more about the long game. And we're all in it for the long game, unless you're not, and then what's the point anyway, right? We're in it for the long game. So just have that, maybe not for today. And we're going to look at a particular pose, and I hope it doesn't piss you off too much, that is transformational one way or the other. Because here's the thing, everything can be transformational. All right, I'll get more into that later. Okay, let's take a minute. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall. And just let yourself settle, and just first thing, just start to cultivate a little bit of patience. I know some of you come here and you like the talk and the dharma and the framing, and some people are like, all right, let's get moving already. Either way, just let yourself settle a little bit wherever you fall in that camp. Cultivate patience with the practice, with yourself. Just open yourself up to allowing your heart and mind, spirit to be shaped by a higher power, a connection to something bigger than yourself, connection to humanity, a connection to nature, which is always on its own terms. Just give yourself over to that energy that you are a part of. And then if you allow your own unfolding to happen in the same way that all of nature unfolds, there is a harmony in that and a peace that comes with that. It may come later. You may have to wait for it, but it will come always, and it will be deeper and more abiding. Draw your hands to your heart. Start with our chant. So 3 ohms, 3 times through Om Namah Shivaya. If you'd like to join in, take in a deep breath. Shivaya Rame Satchidananda Murtaye Ishvara Panchaya Shantaya Niranamaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Rame Satchitananda Murtaye Ishvara Panchaya Shantaya Niranambaya Tejase Shivaya Satchitananda Murtaye Ishvara Panchaya Shantaya Niranamaya Tejase. Bow your head to your heart. And release your hands. Let your eyes open. Okay, we're going to shift and sit in Vajrasana for a moment. So that's thunderbolt pose, sitting on your feet. So if you're comfortable just sitting on your feet, come to sit like this. If this is just agony in ankles, here's one thing you can do. You can take a blanket and put a blanket roll underneath your ankles like that. If your knees bother you, you can take your blanket and put it behind your knees like this. You can put your whole leg on a blanket, however it's comfortable. Of course, if you're comfortable just sitting right on your feet, then go for it. Sit right onto your feet. All right, spread out your toes, press your toenails down into the floor. Take your arms out to the sides. Yeah, stagger with your, sorry, I should have told you that before we got all settled, right? Stagger with your neighbors so you've got a little room. Good. As your arms come up, keep your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And then as you breathe in, turn your palms to the sky, roll your shoulders back, lift your head a little bit. You can let your back arch here. Feel your sit bones move back towards your heels. And then as you exhale, turn your palms down, thumbs down. Let your tailbone drop towards your heels. Let your head drop towards your thighs. Move your belly back, navel to your spine. Inhale, palms up, shoulders back. Heart lifting, head lifting. Good. Exhale, palms down. And then just another one or two, just like that. Moving through your spine, moving through, feeling how the shoulder blades connect to the spine, how the arm bones connect to the shoulders. The transformational model sees these bigger connections, how things work together. All right, good. Come to neutral. Just stand up onto your knees for a moment. We're going to work on these two actions. Today, I'm going to try to show them. So retraction or adduction, which is the shoulder blades moving in towards the spine. So you can maybe see that happening. And then adduction or retraction, where the shoulder blades move away from the spine. So just try that movement a couple of times. We'll do it in different ways today, but here's the first one. So this is shoulder blades off the back, the upper back really broad and wide, and then plug back in, head of your arm bones back. That's it. Bring the shoulder blades in towards the heart. And then just do that one more time. Unplug the shoulder blades off the back. And then one more time, pull back. Good. Release your arms, sit back down onto your feet. Take your arms out into cactus. Similar thing, pull your elbows wide. Now this time, so we were doing a little cat and cow. You can still do a little cat and cow, but keep your belly toned. Pull your shoulders back. Good. Exhale, wrap your right arm over your left arm and hug your shoulder blades, hands to your shoulder blades. And then inhale, open up, do one more. Press the elbows wide, stretch through your chest. Good. Exhale, right arm over left arm, round a little bit. And I'm walking on more to the inner tip of the shoulder blade, so get as close in as you can. Then keep your arms like this, lift your spine and wrap your arms into eagle arms. So you're going to wrap your arms, yep, if you can, get elbow over elbow, and then wrap the hands together. Good. So in this position, the shoulder blades slide off the back a little bit. That's okay. Lift your gaze to your thumbs. Now pull your shoulder blades back. So it's like they're pulling off the back, but they're pulling in towards the spine at the same time. And then lift your elbows a little higher. And then exhale, elbows to belly. And then inhale, elbows up. And exhale, elbows to belly. And one more time. And elbows in. Good. Come to neutral. Float your arms open. If your knees get tired, just stand up on your knees. You can do this whole thing standing up on your knees if you need to. Good. Exhale, left arm over right arm hug. Let your spine round. Let your head release. Inhale, open up, arch a little bit. Keep your belly toned. Exhale, left arm over right arm. Good. Hold here. Snuggle the arms closer. Bring the left elbow, right elbow more on top of the left elbow. No, left elbow's on top. Sorry, left on top. Snuggle it in closer, closer, closer. Then wrap your arms into eagle arms. That's it. Fingertips straight up. Shoulder blades are sliding off, but pull them back and then lift your elbows up a little bit. Lift your gaze up and then exhale, elbows to belly. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to belly. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then come to neutral. Unravel your arms and take your arms out in front of you into child's pose. If you need to widen your knees, of course, do that if that feels like it would be more beneficial for hips, knees. Close your eyes, turn inside. Allow yourself to slow down, to be patient, to let the practice unfold as it is meant to today, which might be different than how it was last week or any other day. All right. Come up to tabletop. Watch me for 1 second. We're going to do a little twist here in child's pose. It looks like this. You're going to take your right arm underneath. If you can, hook your right arm across your left leg and then reach for your foot. You may or may not be able to grab it. And then you're going to take the left arm out to the left. It's a deep twist. If you have to have the hand on the floor, just have the hand on the floor. This is fine. It's a twist. Right arm underneath, hips back to heels. Reach for your left foot with your right hand. Again, you may or may not find it. It's okay. Yeah, that's it, Josie. You got it. Good. Let your head and your neck release. Turn your belly to the left. Yes. Good. And then release. And slide your left arm underneath. So I lift up a little bit, work the elbow outside the knee. I'm reaching for my foot, left hand to right foot, then hips back again, right arm out in front. Deep twist, deep shoulder stretch. That's it. If it's too much, just keep the left arm out to the side on the floor. That's fine. Keep your left hip pulling back, turn your belly a little more to the right. Nice, you guys. Okay, inhale, come to center. Reach your arms way out in front. Good. Come on up to tabletop and drop down to your elbows. As you come to your elbows, try to not shorten your waistline. So instead of bring your elbows back towards your knees, have your elbows out in front so that there's some space, armpit to hip. Good. Now you can do this with knees on the floor or knees off the floor. You can do it with hands parallel or hands clasped. Again, I'm just giving a lot of options based on where you might find yourself in your practice today. First thing to do, tone your belly, lift your navel towards your spine. And then pulse your shoulder blades onto your back and then off your back. So we did it upright. Now we're just doing it weight bearing. Let your chest soften towards the floor and then press your elbows down and round into your back. It's not cat and cow. It feels a little cat and cow-ish. It is, but try to keep the movement all in the upper back. You could do it within a dolphin plank, knees off the floor if you want to work a little harder. Good. Do 2 more, shoulder blades on, shoulder blades off. Good. Drop your knees if your knees are up. Come on up to tabletop. All right, we're going to be a little particular with the hands here. Take your hands, line up your outer shoulder with the center of your wrist. Have your peace sign fingers pointing straight ahead at the top of the mat. So the crease in your wrist is even. Grip your fingers down evenly. So the weight is going to want to drop to the pinky side. Press your inner hand down. As you do that, feel how your lower arm turns in a little bit. Try to keep that action. At the same time, turn your upper arms out. Feel your shoulder blades firm onto your back. Your outer shoulder blades squeeze in. Your inner armpits move forward, but don't let the inner hand lift up. Then tuck your toes. I know. And then downward facing dog. Just do your best. Just do your best. And if it's not all happening at one time, again, just patience, right? Patience. I mean, if you've done this like 1,000 times, it might come a little easier. If it's the first time you're thinking about it, it's probably not going to come that easy, you know? So patience, faith. All right, pedal out, bend your knees, however you like to move in your dog pose, trying to keep your hands steady. Carol, go wider with your hands. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be easier on the shoulders. Even just for warm-ups, if you want to go closer later, right? Maybe go closer. All right. Take 2 more breaths to pedal out. All right, good. And then we're going to do some hip circles. So you could stay in dog to do this, or you could drop back down to table, just depending on how your shoulders, wrists feel. We're going to take the right leg up and we're going to just circle the knee around, circle the thigh bone and the hip. You do this with left knee off the floor or left knee on the floor, but just make some big circles with your right knee way out to the side. Bring it forward, sweep it up and back. Change the direction, go the other way now. Big sweeping circles. Good, and then drop that foot down.
And do the left leg. Circle around. Big sweeping circles. Get as much movement as you can in the hip. You know, maybe the question to ask yourself, you know, is not, do I feel amazing at the end of practice? I mean, I hope you do. But it's just, do I feel better? You know, do I feel more settled in my heart? Do I feel more peaceful? Does my body feel a little more open, a little stronger? Do we change direction? If you haven't changed direction, change direction. Go the other way with your circles. Okay. And then drop that foot down. Come back down to tabletop. All right, so the pose we're working on today is chaturanga. Oh my God. It's Sunday morning so early. We're working on chaturanga. Okay, which requires a lot of upper back strength, but it requires the push and the pull. So one of the things we can do to create some of that strength all around the whole shoulder girdle, front and back, is marching. So we're going to do it hands and knees on the floor. So do a little crawling, go forward and back. And as you're doing this, have a sense of keeping your shoulder blades on your back, but also pushing the floor away at the same time. That engages your serratus muscle. That's right underneath your shoulder blade, sort of near your armpit. And we want that muscle working. Okay, come to center. If that was hard, do it again. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, take your knees up. Hover. So it's not like dog pose. It's like 2 inches off the floor. Hover. And then walk forward. And walk back. Yep. And walk forward. And walk back. Here's the thing with transformational practice. It's not always easy. We don't get the immediate results. Okay, come back to the middle. Rest for a moment. Rest your wrists. Sit back into child's pose. All right, we're going to do one more little crawl. You might have to coordinate this with your neighbor in the room here. We're going to walk in a circle, half circle to the back, and then half circle back. So like this, hover, or you can do it with the knees on the floor if it feels like too much with the knees off. Walk, 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 walk. We're going to go halfway, and then we're going to walk. So just coordinate with your neighbors so you have space. Come back to either, so knees can stay on the floor or knees can hover, and then coordinate with your neighbor, knees hovering. Walk, 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 turn yourself around. That's it, hips stay low, and then walk back to the front. Hips stay low, just hover your knees, hover, hover, hover. Don't lift them up too high. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, back to center. Okay, drop your knees back down. Downward facing dog. Did you feel what happened in your upper back with those though? How there's like the strength underneath the shoulder blades. Okay, bring your awareness to your legs now in your dog pose. Make your legs super strong. Imagine that you're squeezing your legs together. You're hugging into the midline and just embracing this idea of faith and patience. Feel that steadiness in your legs, that embrace, and then come forward to plank, letting your legs take as much of the weight as you possibly can. So slowly come out to plank. You can always put your knees down to a low plank if you need to. Legs nice and strong. Grip your fingers. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Let your legs do the work. Inhale, forward plank. Legs super strong, squeezing your legs together. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. The more the legs work, the less the upper body has to. One more time, legs strong, belly strong. Plank and back. Good. Walk yourself forward, Uttanasana. If your hands don't reach the floor, grab your blocks so that you can weight bear your hands into something, floor or blocks. Stretch both your legs as straight as you can. Press your fingertips down into floor or blocks. Good. Then, keeping your left leg straight, bend your right knee. Let your right hip drop down, like release lower than your right knee is bending, your right hip dropping below the level of the left hip. But press your weight to your left foot so you're feeling that stretch into the outer left hip. Your right foot can stay on the floor. You're just letting the hips shift down. So Suzanne, you can put your heel down, your right heel down. Both heels down, just bend your knee and let your hip drop down. There you go. And then you get the stretch more in the hip. You feel that? Yep. Yeah. Okay, now we were doing right knee bent. Now we're going to do left knee. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee. Shift your weight to your straight leg. So if you're on the other side, just the weight goes to the straight leg. Pressing the hip out to the side. A little stretch down the back of the leg, the outer leg. All right, good. Then both legs straight and strong. Slide your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine. Lift your elbows, lift your shoulders, lift your head, push into your feet. Come on up. Let your arms float to the sky. Good. Clasp your right wrist in your left hand. Lean to the left. Good. From your left hip down to your left foot, root down into the floor. No, right foot. I mean both, but do more on the right. Right hip to right foot. And then from right hip to right fingertips, reach a little more. Good. Inhale, come up, switch, hold the left. Lean to the right. Good. Ground from left hip to left foot. Reach from left hip to left fingertips. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arms just float down. Roll your shoulders for a moment. As you're rolling, try to feel these movements. Up, back, down, forward. So even if it's happening in a circle, go through that whole range of all the ways the shoulders can move, and then go the other way. Back, up, forward, down. Yeah. Lots of movement through the shoulders. Okay, then come to, bring your feet to about sit bone distance apart. So a little closer. So here's about hip distance lined up under the hips. Sit bones are narrower. So a little bit narrower stance if that's comfortable. If you need more balance, go wider. Legs nice and strong. Hands on your hips. Poke your hips back into chair pose. Send your inner thighs wide apart. Thigh bones down towards the floor. Notice now how the belly wants to just kind of sag towards the thighs. So pull your navel back, draw your tailbone towards your pubic bone. Inhale your arms to the sky. Good. Sit your hips a little bit lower, stretch your spine a little taller. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come up, release your arms. One more chair. Inhale, arms up. Try to make all those things happen as you come into the pose. So slowly, thighs back, but tailbone down. Sitting deep into the hips, but navel towards the spine. Thigh bones low, but torso stretching out wide, long. Good. Press to your feet. Come on up. Exhale. Release your arms. Okay. Eagle. Arms to the sides. Gardasana. Wrap your right elbow under your left elbow. Good. So retraction. Yeah, you can do it like this. Pull the arm across. You could even do elbows together if that's more comfortable. Do whatever works. Okay. So the shoulder blades are going to pull off the spine as you do that. That's okay. Let that happen. But at the same time, do the opposite action. So sort of both are happening. They're coming forward. The front, these muscles in the chest are squeezing together, but then squeeze your upper back muscles too. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Good. Bend your knees back to chair. Bring your weight to your left foot. Cross your right knee over your left. Squeeze your legs together. You can kickstand the toes, you can hover, or you can hook the toes behind. Good. Now squeeze your legs together like crazy. Poke your hips back. That's it. Squeeze in. Squeeze your legs in. Good. Keep your gaze lifted, but exhale and take your elbows towards your knees, pulling your navel back towards your spine. Keep your shoulder blades lifting in towards your spine as you come forward. Good. Inhale, come up and unravel. Okay. A little roll out. Okay. Second side. What happens when your yoga teacher needs to rehab her shoulder? You do a lot of shoulder things. Okay. Left arm under the right. Wrap your arms. Sorry, guys. I get to just come here and heal myself, and you get to come along for the ride. Okay. Elbows up. And if any of your teacher is telling you different, they're lying. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Shoulders back. Shoulders back. Good. Poke your hips back. Okay. Left leg over right leg. Get them super close together. Really squeeze your legs together. Like, you're in the back seat of the car and you got to get to the rest stop. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your legs, squeeze your legs. Sit your hips back. Good. You can keep your gaze lifted a little bit. Keep your shoulders back, but draw your elbows in down towards your knees a little. Let your navel to your spine do the work of bringing you forward. All right, good. Inhale, come on up. Unravel, float your arms up. Exhale, let your arms release down. Okay, move towards the front of your mat. You can have your blocks in front of you. You may or may not need them, but then they're there and you're not hunting around later. Come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Not an exciting pose to do for the most part, right? Not super exciting. Although it is super exciting when you line yourself up, but maybe not the flashiest, sexiest pose that we do. But to see if you can be here patiently, Just making little micro adjustments so that the bones of the legs are stacked, the pelvis is level with the floor, the shoulders are drawing back towards the heart lifting, the neck elongating. And just take one more breath to practice your patience and your faith that even a basic, easy pose has its value for us. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Reach up tall. Go a little taller. Exhale from your hips, hinge forward. Bend your knees, step your right leg back into a lunge. So super long stance, get as long as you're comfortable going. And then squeeze your legs together. Again, embrace the midline with a commitment to the transformational faith. Even when it doesn't happen on the timeline you'd like it to, squeeze in, embrace that timeline. Then inhale, arms to the sky, feeling steady. Or maybe not feeling steady, but cultivating steadiness. Sit into your front knee, press back through your back leg, lift through your spine. Good, hands down to the floor, frame your front foot. And then just bend and straighten your front leg a few times. Pulse in and out as you inhale, bend the knee. As you exhale, straighten. Try to keep your heel on the floor for the whole thing. And if you're using blocks, move the blocks back in line with your foot. Yeah, we'll move your back even more. So they're like in line. Yeah, and then you could step your back leg back even a little more. Okay, next time your front leg is straight, hold it there. Straighten out your front leg. Take your hands higher on the blocks if you need to. The blocks could go up high. Let's get that front leg straight. Get a little more stretch into the hamstring. That's it. Pull the left hip back, extend your spine, and fold over your leg. If you're looking for a deeper calf stretch, you can lift your toes, come up onto your heel. Lots of ways to do it. All right, from here, rebend your knee. We're going into standing split. So hop forward into your left foot, float your right leg to the sky. You can come in with the knees bent to just ground yourself, get settled on that left foot, then straighten out your lifted leg, then your standing leg, and let your head move towards your knee any amount more. Exhale, cross your right leg behind your left leg. So the pinky edges of your feet, all the way to the floor. Pinky edges of the feet face each other. That's it. Have it far forward enough that you can straighten both legs. And then drag your left hip back a little more. Fold over your legs any amount more. Keep the weight on the big toe sides of the feet. That's the outer edge when we're crossed over like this. Big toes pressed down. Good, we're going back to standing split. Float the leg up. Good, big step back. Ground your heel. We're coming up to warrior two. So set up your feet for warrior two. Cartwheel your arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. Bend into your left knee. That's it. Make that back leg super strong, supportive. Hug the muscles to the bones. Embrace a faith that says, however much this front knee can bend today, I'm going to just support you and hold you in that. Press your front leg straight. Reach out and over, Trikonasana. Hand can come down to the ankle, the shin, a block, whatever you can reach. That's it. Both legs as straight as you can. Yeah. Then lean your torso back. Lean your head back right where you are. Yep. Stay in your triangle. Just lean everything back a little bit. Open up across the chest. Open up with faith that things will happen just as they're meant to, even if it's not on your exact schedule. Okay, rebend your knee, cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot, step back into downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, come forward for our first chaturanga. All right, plank, legs strong, belly strong. Here's the thing with chaturanga. I want everybody to drop their knees for a minute. And then this is what I want you to work on. 3 little dips coming forward. Get that action. So even if it's just like a little micro bend, elbows in, chest forward. If you can get your shoulders in line with your elbows, do that. Keep your shoulders lifted. Suzanne, hands wider. Go a little wider. Yeah, there you go. Elbows squeeze in, but hands wider. There you go. That's good. That's good. The tricep push-ups. Yes, that's it. Okay, good. And then lift up and back, downward facing dog. That was our first taste of chaturanga. So just feel where you've landed with that today. Maybe it's a pose you've been doing for like 1,000 years. Maybe it's newer. Allow yourself to be where you are. Find your way forward. Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine and rise with your breath. Exhale, Tadasana. 3 breaths in Tadasana. To just stand, to be. It's like that old saying, right? What do the Buddhists say? Don't just do something, stand there. Inhale, arms up. That is not our culture. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg back lunge. That's where we started the whole thing. Squeeze the legs together. Embrace a practice, a way of being that doesn't always conform to our own timeline. Just squeeze in, embrace it, be there with it. Inhale, arms to the sky. If you've got your balance, you can always stay hands on the floor if that feels like a more reasonable place for you to be. Good. Back leg nice and strong. Push your left thigh bone up, bend a little deeper, maybe into the right knee. Good. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Again, don't have the blocks out in front of you. Have them in line with your front foot, and then bend and straighten the front knee a few times. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. Again, yeah, you can come up onto the heel if you want that little calf stretch. Back leg stays straight through the whole thing, bending and straightening the front leg. Next time the leg is straight, hold it there. Stretch both legs straight and long. Hug the muscles around the kneecaps. Not that you feel like you're locking your knees, but so that the joints feel supported and the muscles are doing the work, not the bones, not the joint. And then fold a little deeper. All right, release your foot back to the floor. Float forward into your right foot. Take your left leg to the sky. You need to come in with bent knees. That's a little gentler. Come in with bent knees. And then work to get the lifted leg straight, your left leg, and then maybe get the right leg straight. And then maybe take your head a little closer to your knee. Good. Cross your left leg behind your right leg. Feet to the floor. Again, enough space that both legs can be straight. You can also take the blocks. Blocks can always be up on that higher setting if it's easier, if it makes it a little easier on the legs. You know, I think sometimes we feel like using a block, using a prop, it's like a cheat or we're not really doing the pose. But here's the thing, our bodies are shaped as they are. And it's not to say we can't change them and shift them and open them up a little bit more. But it is to say that perhaps our pose is going to look different than the person next to us, but we're all getting that same stretch down the outer right leg. Shift your weight back forward to your front foot. Float up your left leg behind you. Big step back, warrior 2. Land your heel so that your right heel lines up with your left instep. And let your arms float out to the sides. Okay, work these 3 directions of energy in your legs. Feel a sense of the legs drawing towards each other, so towards the midline of the body. The legs will engage a certain way as you do that. Then have a sense of the muscles of your legs hugging to the bones of your legs, so drawing from the periphery into the core. And then have a sense of drawing up and into the pelvis. And as you do all of those things, feel how the legs feel a little stronger. It's easier to hold the pose, the legs working a little more. Okay, straighten your front leg. Keep those actions of the legs going. And then hinge over a triangle pose. Good. As the hand comes down and is touching something, and we have this other point of contact, notice how the legs want to just go to sleep a little bit, right? So keep that sense of pulling towards each other. Pulling muscles to bones, pulling from feet into pelvis. Matt, turn your foot forward, like facing me more, if you can. There you go. It's going to be a little more stretch in your hip, but yes. Is that okay? Yeah, good. All right. One more breath. And then cartwheel the hands down, step back into your dog pose. Okay, come to plank, drop to a low plank. Okay, low plank, not chaturanga, low plank. So knees down. Knees down plank. So you're in a long plank. Okay, here's what I want you to think about. We're going to go chaturanga into back bend. You're not going to let your hips touch the floor. So you're going to come forward, come to right angle, and then let your pelvis come down, straighten your arms into your back bend. That's it. That's the transition. Shoulders back, And then exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. We're going to work it from some other directions coming up. All right. Drop your knees down. We're going to come onto our backs. Come to your back. Get the weight off the hands for a few minutes. You want the door open? Are we warm? A little air? Yes? Yeah. A little air? Okay. Opening the door. I'm just going to open the door. All right. We're just going to do some crunches here. So we're going to keep it kind of basic. I know it's like torture. We're backing it up, backing it up, backing it up. Nice to go back to basics sometimes though. So bend your knees, feet on the floor. Okay, here's what I want you to think about first. Create a neutral curve in your lumbar spine. What does that mean? It means your back is not jammed into the floor and you're not squeezing your butt muscles. So there's a gentle curve in your back to start. Take your hands behind your head. Okay, now as we lift up, we're going to exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the floor. Your back is going to come to the floor just because of the way that the back is bending. But I want you to think of lifting your shoulders and almost trying to keep that curve in your low back as you pull your navel to your spine. Then inhale and lower back down. So you're trying to maintain that curve. It's going to go to the floor. But instead of toting your glutes and jamming your back into the floor as you lift up, let the abdominals do that work. So lift and lower with your breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. When we're doing it that way, it's working that deepest layer. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. That's your transverse abdominis. It's the layer of the abs that we cannot see, but actually keep your spine really stable. And when we're working core, it's like the most important one to work. Okay, do 3 more. Inhale, lower. Lift as high as you can. If you want to challenge yourself more, just lift up as high as you can. Try to get the bottom tips of your shoulder blades off the floor. Last one. Okay, good. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms by your sides, elbows down next to your hips and palms up like you're holding a couple of pizzas in your hands, like you're trying to balance pizzas in your hands. Okay. We're going to do chaturanga on our backs for a couple of reasons. So point your toes to the sky, toes over heels, tone your legs, squeeze your legs together. Tone your glutes. Now, draw your navel towards your spine really strongly. Move your tailbone towards your pubic bone. Now push your shoulders down, your head down. And just remember what this feels like when we go to do it right side up. Okay, bend your knees, grab a block. Take the block between your inner thighs. Just a way of getting the core, including the upper inner thighs on board. Okay, take your arms out to the sides into a T, squeeze your block. Take a breath here. Exhale, knees towards the right elbow. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, knees to left elbow. Hover, right shoulder down. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to right elbow. Inhale, knees up. Second side. Inhale, back up. Okay, last round. Hold to the right. Stay here or stretch your right legs out straight towards your right foot. Yeah, both legs out. Good, rebend. Bring them in. Knees to the left. Right shoulder down. Stay here or extend your legs out, feet towards your left hand. Rebend, knees up, feet to the floor. Set your block to the side. All right. One more. Extend your legs out. Arms by your sides. Lift your head and shoulders up. Look towards your feet. Yep. Stay here or hover your feet an inch or two off the floor. Yep. Now pump your arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Hug your knees. Massage out your low back, whatever you need to do. Deepen your breath. All right. Roll to your side. And come to tabletop. Take a block, put it here. This height I think is good. You may need to go higher. I think this should be fine for most of you, but let's see. So in the middle of the mat, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work the upper back muscles with the pelvis on the block. So you wanna land your pubic bone onto the block. And then slide your hands back. Knees are gonna stay down for now. Elbows are off the floor. Okay, now right where you are, wherever you're comfortable, pull your navel to your spine, draw your tailbone towards the block, tone your glutes and your legs. Now bend your elbows into a right angle. Good, notice how your shoulders wanna dip down. Don't let them dip down. Shoulders back, squeezing in, head, neck in line with your spine. Lift your knees off the floor. That's it. This is chaturanga, so you can do it. Elbows in a right angle, if you can. Go wider with your hands, Suzanne, wider. That's it, that's it. Okay, now ready? Hover your pelvis off the block an inch. Just an inch. Elbows are bent, elbows are at a right angle. Elbows are at a right angle. Okay, rest. Knees down, hips down, sit back in a child's pose for a moment. All right. Come down onto your belly. Okay, Shalabhasana, stretch your legs out long. Take your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers together. Squeeze your arms together behind you. Tone your glutes and your legs. Inhale, lift your upper body. Press your pubic bone down. Reach your hands back towards your heels. Lift your shoulders a little higher. So what's happening in your upper back? You want to feel this when you're doing chaturanga. We're going to do it from the floor now. Rest for a minute. Okay, watch me for a second. Come on up and watch. When I first started learning this, I'm very grateful actually that I had a Iyengar teacher who, she would not let you lower down. I mean, it was a little bit of a power thing, but okay. You weren't allowed to lower down into chaturanga until you could lift off the floor in chaturanga. But it really made you develop the strength so that you weren't like blowing your shoulders out, which people do in chaturanga. Here's the pose. So elbows are up and back. What tends to happen is our shoulders dive off. So remember, so this thing here, we want to try to do that, right? But then we got to really work the legs and really work the belly, or else the shoulders, these chest muscles are going to take over. So it's here. Okay, so legs, glutes, elbows up. You don't want to let them dip down. Now, if that's not going to happen, just keep your knees down and try to just lift your upper body. Okay, so hands are back as far as you can. Tuck your toes under. Squeeze your legs together. Lift your knees first. Get your legs turned on like we did in plank. Legs really strong. Yeah, now lift your head and shoulders in line with your elbows. Work your pubic bone, tailbone towards the floor. Good. No, elbows stay bent. Just try to hover your pelvis. Elbows stay bent. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I know. Yep. Rest for a minute. Try it again when you're ready. It's hard. I know. So if you feel your butt poking up, it's okay. That's what happens. Keep your knees down. If you feel your shoulders round forward, just stop there. You know, I know that this whole transformational thing, it's humbling. I know. Patience, faith, it's humbling. Try, give it one more go. Yeah, that's it, Matthew. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah. Yes, Carol. Good. Try to take your torso, your shoulders lower, Donna. There. That's it. Okay, rest when you need to. Okay. Back to downward facing dog. We're going to put the whole thing together. I know. Well, you know, he was not the nicest dude, so so maybe better that you're getting it from me, and not because he'd be there with like his knee in your back and yanking on your shoulder. No, whatever. All right. Come forward to the front of the mat. We're going to do a sun salute A. Come on all the way up, reach up. We're going to take it through the whole range. Come to Tadasana. Find your breath, find steadiness, find patience with yourself and faith that the poses will evolve as they are meant to evolve, and we just nudge them in the right direction and they will get there eventually. It may not be on our timeline, but They will get there. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale, come on up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, walk back into dog pose. Inhale, flow forward to plank, work your legs. Tailbone to pubic bone, navel to spine. Okay, knees up or down, up to you. Chaturanga, lean forward, come to that right angle, then push off your toes, flow through to your back bend. Shoulders back, head back. Nice, you guys. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's how you always do it, right? Yeah, good. All right, 3 breaths here. Walk yourself forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come on up. Reach up and stretch up. Exhale, back to Tadasana. Breath here. All right, we're going to come down to sit and look at some other ways Chaturanga can help us. Come sit. Feet on the floor in front. Have your hands behind you. Good. Start here. Right ankle over left knee. Flex your right foot. Pull your left heel in a little closer if you're looking for a deeper hip stretch. If you're getting a big stretch where you are, and stay in that longer stance. Good. Then do some windshield wiper action with your knee. So drop out to the left with the left knee. Drop over to the right with the right knee. Yep. Good. We're going to do the same thing, holding the foot now. So take your foot in your left hand, your knee in your right hand, straighten out your left leg. You can do it here. You can cradle. You can also do the scoop underneath the shin if that's easier. Cradle. Same thing, a little side to side rocking. And then do a little forward and back rocking, just getting movement through that hip. Try to keep your right ankle really straight so the movement is in the hip and not in the ankle. Yeah. Good. Then keep holding your foot with your elbow or your hand. Lean to the right. Roll on your hip a little bit. Yep. You can go on the elbow. That's fine. Yeah, if it feels. Yeah. So right hand on the floor. You can also do it with your hand on the floor. You can put the ankle back on the knee if it feels like too much holding in the upper body. You can also do it with the foot on the knee. Okay, come upright. Hold your foot in both hands. Good. Pull your knee back as if you were trying to bring your foot to your ear. Foot to your ear. Uh-huh. That's it. I know. Some of you heard me tell this story 1,000 times. Like 25 years ago, I was doing that pose in a class, and my teacher was a class of like 200 people. It was like a big workshop. And the teacher's walking by, and he was like, now I'm dating myself also, but he was like, okay, foot to the ear, like you're talking on the phone. And he was like, Rachel's still on speakerphone. And I was like, still on speakerphone 25 years later. Because, I couldn't get like my foot totally to my ear. Okay. Anyway, it's just every time I do it, it comes into my head. Okay. Flex your ankle. But see, 25 years, all this yoga still on speakerphone. It's okay. Transformational. My body, my mind, my heart has been transformed in so many ways. And yet my foot still doesn't come to my ear. It's okay. Little side to side. Other side. Are we doing the other side? Yeah. All right. And that's the thing. It's just I care less now. Well, maybe I don't care less because I'm still telling the story, right? I do. It's just what comes into my head literally every time. Okay, cradle here. Hold your foot. Yep, you can hold in your hands. You can hold with your elbows. So circle first. Circle. And then circle the other way. And then forward and back. Yeah. I know. It's chiropractic. You feel it in your spine? No. Oh, chiropractic is spine. It's only spine. Left hand to the left. Yeah, chiropractor is spine. Left hand over to the left. Although, opening up your pelvis releases your spine. So, there's that. But yeah. Roll on your hip a little bit. That's it. Yep, if elbow feels better, go down onto the elbow. Again, you can always keep the knee on the ankle to do this if it feels like your right shoulder is working too hard or right hand. Okay, come upright. Take your knee, your foot in both hands, knee back, foot to ear. Yeah, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Speakerphone, or not, or whatever. All right, let that go. Okay, here's our next pose. Let me think of how I'm showing this to you. I'm gonna fold my mat. So we're gonna try it this way today. We're gonna be on the floor, so like a slippery floor. If you're on carpeting at home, it's okay, you can do it, it'll still work. Okay, watch me, ready? I'm gonna take this leg and put it up and over my arm. So you gotta get it, so you need to lift it up, get it above the elbow if you can. Okay, then I'm gonna cross. I'm on the floor, hands are here. Ready? Chaturanga. Maybe you just get to there. Then maybe you squeeze the inner thighs, lift the hips, stretch the legs to the side. Maybe. Lots of steps to that one. Okay, fold your mat. I do think it's easier trying it this way on the floor. I mean, lots of ways to do this pose. This is how we're doing it today, but then it's that chaturanga action. So all the things that we worked. So you're sitting on the floor, face your mat. Hold your left foot with your right hand. Hike it up over your shoulder. High up as you can. Now, you can also put your hands on blocks. I didn't say that, but if you don't have long gorilla arms like me, if you put your hands on blocks, it's a little easier. You can get your hand on a block here off to the side. You can do it that way too. Okay, then cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle. Good. Right ankle over left. Hands down. Okay, you can. Put the block there. Try it with a block. Try it with your hand on the block. Then slide your butt back. Legs to the side. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga. We did it like a million times. Butt on the floor to start. Butt on the floor to start. Slide your butt back. Left ankle over right ankle. Then maybe legs to the side. Hand to the floor. Both hands are on the floor. Both hands are on the floor. Under your leg. Underneath the leg. Inside. You had it right. Butt on the floor. There. Lean to the side. Slide your butt towards William. That's it. Yeah. On the floor. Just slide your butt back. Bend your elbows. Do chaturanga. Yeah. Watch the cabinet there. Yeah. Arm is under the leg. All right. Try the other side. Okay, you guys. So the leg has to be over the arm for this to work. Leg over arms. You stay here. Right. So if this is like where you're working, just work here. Like this is stage one. Be here. This is fine. Squeezing in, squeezing down. If that stage works, ankle over knee, ankle over ankle. Sorry. Then if that stage works, slide, chaturanga. If that works, straighten the legs, lift your butt, any of those things. Okay. Leg over shoulder, palms flat, both hands on the floor. Right ankle over left ankle. Yes. Slide your butt on the floor, back towards the back of the room. Slide back, bend your elbows. Yes. 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 Stay where you are. So just get off the bus at your stop, as I always say. Legs to the side, hips up or not. Yes. All right, good. What's that?
What are the main muscles that I ain't got?
You did it. You did it. You just did it.
Yeah, but I didn't get much off the floor.
You're not supposed to be much off the floor.
No, I'm just wondering.
But you're literally not supposed to be much off the floor. Like you're supposed to be really low to the floor. It's the muscles in your upper back mostly. Muscles in the upper back, but it's also your legs. Like we did all that leg work, you guys. The more your legs work here, squeeze like crazy. The more your legs are working, right? The easier it's going to be on your upper body because your legs are taking some of the weight. It's core, it's a lot of things in that pose. All right, enough with that craziness. Or just go to the bathroom and skip it. Just kidding. Exactly. I had a yoga teacher who used to be like, okay, guys, it's the bathroom pose because like she would like be like, we're doing the hardest pose. And like half the class would get up and go to the bathroom. She'd be like, bathroom pose, because everyone would get up and go to the bathroom. Exactly. Exactly. 100%. 100%. If that is not on your path of transformation, exactly, then don't do it. Totally fine. I'm just up here making suggestions. You guys, you're all grown-ups. Do what you need to do. Okay, right leg across, left leg out to the left. Stagger with your neighbor. Right leg in the front. Yep, 2 right angles. Yes. Yes, walk your arms and torso outside your right leg. You'll be off the mat. That's okay. Twist. Elbows to the floor if you can. That's it. Stacey, you can take your back knee forward a little bit and then walk your torso more to the right so you get more twist in your torso. Yeah. And then it's less of a hip flexor stretch, more of a twist. You want the hip flexor?
No, I gotta wait. till
Yeah. So then you don't want to. Okay. So that's better. Okay. All right. Press a little more to your right elbow, twist a little more to the right. Maybe walk the right elbow a little more to the right or not. Get off the bus at your stop, as I always say. Okay, walk back to center, come forward, bring your hands back to your mat. All right, now stay with me. Take your right arm onto your right leg. Try to pin your knee between the bones of your leg. So your forearm is on your thigh and on your shin. Lean forward and just start to work your left leg behind you. So towards pigeon, straight out behind, trying to roll towards the front of your thigh. Take your left hand to the sole of your right foot. Push your knee, push into your foot with your hand. You can take your right elbow to the floor and then fold over the leg any amount into a pigeon-ish something. You can take your right arm to the floor. Yeah, as you ease into it. Yep. Yep. And if there's another variation of pigeon that you really need to do, just go for it. This is just the, yeah. Well, take your knee more to the, like more to the right. Just more hip stretch. Yeah, there you go. Yep. All right. Okay, come out how you came in. Lift up, slide the left knee out to the left. Spin everything around. Left knee across the parallel with the short edge of your mat. Right knee straight out. So not back yet. We're going to get there for pigeon, but just be here for now. So you're getting the twist in your torso. Walk your arms, your torso over to the left, outside your left thigh. You'll be on the floor. Yeah, switch your legs, Glenn. You got it. You got it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You can come to your elbows if that's comfortable. Of course, you can be up higher. Rachel, take your, so hang on. No, you're, come up a second. Bring this knee way over here. Bring this knee way over here. Bring this foot forward. Now go that way, like way over to the left there. And then you're getting the twist here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know. Sorry. We're in nice and tight here. Yep. All right. And then we're building our pigeon from here. So you're going to walk back to the front of your mat. If your knees don't bother you, could probably skip this step of pinning the leg down. But again, it's a long-term game here. So keeping your knees safe as you come into pigeon is never a bad idea. So you're going to pin down your leg and then work your right leg back behind you. Do my other leg. Work the right leg back behind you. Roll towards the top of your thigh. Right hand to the left foot. Left elbow can go to the floor. The hips don't have to be totally level here. When we're in the back bend version of the pose, they do, because that's pressure on the SI joint. But when you're leaned forward, it can be more onto the hip. That's okay. Yep.
So you don't want to sacrifice staying on the floor here in order to bring this forward.
Whatever works for you. If you get a better stretch doing that, that's fine. You can do it both ways.
I would be like, yeah.
I know. Yep. But that's sort of off center to the other side. Not that you can't do it that way. You know, we used to teach it, you know, your hips have to be level. And when you're doing the upright version, it does, because it's going to pinch into your SI joint. But when you're leaned forward, there's no pressure here in the SI joint. And so you're getting the deeper hip stretch. But like my hips, you know, the hips aren't totally level. That's okay when you're not weight bearing, right? Weight bearing is a different story, but we're not weight bearing in the legs here. So, but if it feels better to lift up a little bit, get that knee closer, yeah, prop a block underneath, you know. To me, this is the best. This is the way it feels best in my knee, and my hips are so tight. It's hard for me to get a good hip stretch without my knees bothering me, but this is what works for me. Okay, come on up. Swing that back leg forward. Like I said, just here doing my own thing. You guys get to come along for that. Come onto your back. Not that you need my permission, but if there's another way you like to do it, do that. That's okay. I just have different suggestions. And I like to work the poses from different ways, from different angles. You get a different experience. It cuts into different, deeper muscles, you know, just gets in, and there's no right or wrong, really. All right, pull your knees to your chest, squeeze your knees in. Yeah, do a little rocking if that feels good. We'll leave it open another minute. I'll close it in a minute. Okay, then keep your right knee pulled in. Hold your, bring the knee in, stretch your left leg out. That's it. Left leg can come to the floor. Press your left thigh down. Yeah. Okay, now hold your knee with your left hand, take your right arm out to the right, and then draw the knee across into a twist. Yeah. So hold your knee, right arm out to the right, hold your right knee with your left hand. Yeah, like that, like that. Yeah, just like that. So you're bringing the knee, hold your knee here. It's not wrong the other way, just you have a little more leverage. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So you get more twist into here then. Okay. It's okay for your spine, yeah. Yeah, hip down, but knee in. Is that okay?
Yes.
Then you get
Yeah,
more.
I
Then
feel the difference when you pull the knee forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
It
Totally.
releases the hip a little
releases
bit,
that,
but
which is
then you
what I
get
need, right?
yeah, and then you get that little more stretch there. Okay, knees up. Hug both knees. Switch your legs. Left knee in, right leg out. Can I give a little press here? Is your knee okay to do that? Okay, then to the twist. So left arm to the left. Hold the left knee with your right hand. Yes. Draw it across. Yeah, and you can pull the knee up, but let the hip move forward a little bit. So you're getting the extension in the side body. Does that make sense? So knee up a little bit. Uh-huh. Oh, it's for the elbow. I was like, thought you were putting it there for your knee.
No, I can't even do remotely get there.
Oh, most people can. Not knee down and shoulder down at the same time. It's like a little dance. One goes down, one goes up a little.
I'm gonna email you. I think I need to come for like a private.
Oh,
I have too many injuries.
but yeah, that's fine. You know what to do. Inhale that knee back up, but yeah. Okay. Come for private. Totally. All right, hug knees in one more time. Any last pose or stretch or something, anything you need to do to let yourself settle. Okay. Find your way to Shavasana. Extend your legs, your arms. I'll close the door now so we're getting too cold. All right, extend your arms and your legs. If you need a blanket under your knees or under your neck, take a blanket. If you want a blanket over you, you want me to come tuck you in for your nap, I'll do that. Just let me know. Let your weight release to the floor. Soften your body deeply. Shavasana, it's like this ultimate expression of transformational yoga. Nothing showy, nothing flashy, nothing exciting. Sometimes nothing even happens. And yet we just give ourselves over to it every time. We surrender to the mystery every time, not expecting it to go one way or another, a certain way, not expecting our bodies to respond in a certain way. Just giving ourselves over to a divine presence, to a higher power, whatever you call that, which is on a schedule all its own. We are not privy to it. But if we give ourselves over to it, if we let go into that mystery with faith, with patience, transformation will happen. Give yourself over.
Gently now, let your breath begin to deepen. Allow awareness to rise back to the surface. Allow your body to gently stretch and move and reawaken. Bend your knees, make your way to your side. Slowly find your way back to seated. When we make the shift from transactional to transformational, things have to slow down a little. We need to engage patience and faith. But when we make that shift, we begin to shift towards deeper self-awareness, deeper connection with the rhythms and cycles of nature, with a divine presence that is on its own timeline, not ours. That when we give ourselves over to that, we become more connected with the flows of nature, the flows of humanity, and the ways that things evolve as they are meant to, even if it's not on our own timeline. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And let's end together with an Om. If you'd like to join in, take in a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Sorry, next class started coming in.
And light up, it's hard to see in here. When it's dark.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great day. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's nicer for Shiva. Oh, like when you're saying like for her to see it. Yeah. Sure, of course.
We will stay in